Who's your grandpa?
For a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this
Yeah?
NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for him.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
So with LeBron on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. Jokic is out there.
Yeah.
Then it's Curry. Then there's Bell. And it's Baker in at the point. And for the Warriors, we've got Divac, the Sekniks out there with Durant. Then there's Tyrese Halliburton. And it's Flynn in at the point guard position. So here we go. The Bucks win the tip. And we know the second night, Greg, of a back-to-back can be rough.
And the NBA has put in work trying to minimize these, but sometimes it's unavoidable. And if you have a
Nikola Vukovic.
this is when you lean into it.
And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame. And it's sent back by Jokic. Shoots. Ilyasova hits the bucket.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Where's Nathaniel?
The Bucks with a quick start to this game. And Jokic slams it in.
Look at how Jokic keeps his composure, even against the physicality inside.
Probably watching Pokemon.
And the Warriors off to a slow start here. 7-point differential. They come into this one following the loss to the
Oh, that's a good block.
Like they were never on the same.
Oh, that was something to see. Goodness.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Nice job capturing the moments.
That's my cheesecake.
5G slam cam. Flynn the pass to Sekniks. Looking to end the run, and Curry pulls it down.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They, right now, are searching for a bucket.
Lets the 3 fly, and another one falls.
And he's now scored the second most points in NBA history. And don't expect him to stop there.
Year to year to year, his consistency of excellence dominates the sports headlines. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's made the decision he wants to huddle up with his guys. To the first week of the new year. Here's a brand new look at the power rankings. You take a look at the Suns. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And seeing where the Bucks are, they've proved the projections right. They are a dominant club, and they're going to be a tough out for anyone.
Now, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
For Milwaukee, they've gone a perfect 6 for 6 in the game up to this point. Bell's shot is good.
Knocking down their first 6 shots. What an offensive start for this
Just
team.
Bieber's bedroom.
Pass to Flynn, trying to end the drought. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Ooh, man, this thing was turning into a soccer game. A lot of action and not many points.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Jokic with the steal. And here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way. Fires the three. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
The wide open look for Durant. And he gets it back. Can't cash in from close range.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Baker with the bucket.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Pass to Pasechniks. And here's KD from
Mormon Church.
And the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin,
They're going to
briefly
come to
spoke
your
about Nikola.
house tonight.
The obvious concern is Nikola Jokic, particularly as a playmaker. Coach told me if Jokic goes off for 40 himself, we can still win if we hold his teammates down. But that's tough when he's hitting those guys in their favorite spots. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Here's Baker. Turned in an outstanding game against Chicago. Hits it from three-point range.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense
Are you playing Power?
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Oh.
And while we have a chance, here are the teams that have swatted away the most shots this season. In the third spot, the Bucks.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
Bucks on defense. Flynn misses.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
And Jokic slams it in.
Another one for Jokic. You expect him to wear down at some point, but he just keeps coming.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
The Warriors making the switch here. Butler's checked in.
Number 41.
Milwaukee in total control. Curry kicks to Bell. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Bell's got 5 now.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
And it's Butler missing.
A bit of pride at stake, trying to get that last 3 ball.
Down it goes!
Take that rack
What
down!
a slam!
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Knocked loose. Takes it inside.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
Golden State moving the ball around. And the Warriors miss again. Jokic with it. Divac picks him up. The drive by Jokic.
He can put it on the floor as well, folks. Great move by Jokic.
To halt the run, the putback. It's good on the putback.
Putting in the effort to get a second chance look. Nice.
And he goes in for the dunk.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. To the paint. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And Jokic throws it down hard.
And there could be a big future ahead of him If tonight's game is any indication, Jokic has some serious upside.
What's great about Jokic, GA, is he can put up MVP numbers, and he's got a little personality to him, doesn't he?
He does. You can tell he just loves life. He loves everything he does, especially when he's on the floor, making his teammates better.
Ilyasova against KD. Outside Butler. And here we go. Bell heading to the hoop. Rips down the breakaway slam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stump.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Bezeknik passes to Durant. Butler with the ball. Bell with the block. The drive by Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
And the rookie Jokic is a very patient player, good at allowing the lanes to open up.
Here's Flynn, pass to Divac. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. It's good from long range. Curry's got 16 points. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Milwaukee.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end. And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
How do you stop this? I mean, it seems like they can't miss.
Durant, another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Milwaukee in total control. Here's Baker, and another three for Milwaukee.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
You know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shoot out this team.
Just no chance there for the defense. Major size disadvantage. He's got no business trying to stop that slam. Just get out of the way.
Flynn misses.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
Baker with the bucket.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring.
Oh, my goodness! Come on now.
Guys, that's not as easy as
fuck you.
Got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call him ladder climber.
Take your girl back to China.
Three-pointer, and the basket by Bezeknik.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
So both teams changing it up here. .106 left to play in the first. Inside, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Here's Van Horn, sinks the three-pointer.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for them later on.
Here's Jackson. The second chance effort. Rebound, Milwaukee. Jokic has got 6 rebounds in the game. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
And for Jokic, I tell you, it's his basketball IQ and feel that makes him such a gifted passer.
And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. And they double up Butler. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
I think one of the best ways, guys, to score in transition is that quick hitter after the first burst.
And so it's Milwaukee, able to put on a show for the ages. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Bucks here, they've been putting a show on, guys.
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
We've got Pasajnis, Henderson out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Jaren Jackson. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. And Ilyasova throws it down.
And, guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And, guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
Henderson, bounce pass. There's a good screen. Trying to find Jackson, he's got it now. The rebound by the Bucks. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena, and they proved it that game.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
With the rise of positionless basketball, Clark, this has to be the most difficult era to be a center.
I would not disagree with that, quite honestly. I mean, they're asked to do a lot. I mean, if they're not elite rim runners as centers and shot blockers, they've got to be able to shoot and shoot from the perimeter, not just in the low post. And they still have to be able to finish around the basket. I think the biggest thing is they have to cover more ground defensively because how the game is played offensively with a lot of movement and pick and roll.
Shot clock at 5. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And it's Milwaukee's ball. They've got a 10-0 run going, and the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound.
And they're in the top 10 in field goal percentage. They know when to push the action and when to pull it back.
And talking again about their fast break offense, that's a big part of what they do. They like to catch teams off guard, not giving the opposing defense a chance to get set.
Oh, yeah?
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Halliburton kicks to Butler. And the Warriors miss again.
This is definitely a day he'd like to forget. He just hasn't had the energy or the intensity to get it done out there. He's still scoreless.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's what it looked like to me. I mean, he was way up there.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Kicked away. Here's Baker. He's got 20. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
That's their first of the game, though, so sharp passing has helped them to craft this lead.
And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
Those kinds of plays are the ones that get you on the lead and help keep you in front.
Henderson passes to Pasajnis. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Here's Ilyasova, and Ilyasova throws it down.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right.
I'm downloading it.
2 hands on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
Yeah.
Here's Halliburton. 29 points.
It will be done around like 10 or 11.
Butler on the wing. And stolen by Ilyasova. And here's the fast break. Here's Shays. Drops in the tray. Shays has got 13 points.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
They keep pulling up and watching them go down. It's a really nice thing to see.
Back to Jackson. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. And there's the drive.
Just playing with poise and confidence. Man, they continue to put points on the board.
Boy, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possessions.
Here's Bezekniks. Jackson misses.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident, too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
And some much-needed offense right there. He ends that fantastic run by the Bucks.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
With the step back, Halliburton passes to Bezekniks. No good from outside.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much. Tyrese Halliburton is a person who's in control. He says, I want to win, so I'm just trying to figure out the right way to do that. Right now, it's get the ball in my hands and just make the right reads. I can facilitate probably better than the majority of people in the league. So that's what I want to do. I want to get my guys involved. Kevin?
He does, doesn't he, David? Every single time. And, David, we thank you for that report. Knocks it loose. Drives to the hoop. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Timeout called, the Bucks. Let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for him.
And, guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end, a different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
The three for DiVincenzo. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it. Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Oh, boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does make me look back a little bit, but I could never throw it down like that. But it sure does look good.
LeBron got the ball.
Shoots a finger. They get the rebound.
You suck.
Baker kicks to James, fires from deep, hits the three-point bomb.
Proving he's got some range. Impressive seeing James come through from deep.
Here he goes, and finished off by LeBron.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And he had more than enough room there for one of those trademark slams that he's become noted for.
And Greg, don't you think once he got that space, you just knew it was going to happen?
So did the defense.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'll tell you what, he does not squander those chances. I mean, he's always going to punch it home with that kind of chance.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
You know, they've been the more up-tempo team, clearly. It's helped them gain the advantage in this one.
Here's Flynn. And again, no good by Golden State. And it's Milwaukee's ball. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
Yeah, some history here, though. Of course, they won that first-round series in last year's playoffs and ended up sending them packing.
Added incentive in a game like this. I mean, they've got to be ready to rise up to that challenge.
Here is Flynn. He had 27 points last game. They could use a bucket. It's hauled in by LeBron. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. And James throws it down hard.
Oh, what a brash play by the young guy. James showing us what this rookie can do.
Left side, Halliburton. From outside, off the mark. Here's Milwaukee now. Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
Not many bigs can slow down KD once he gets around the rim. The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Here's Flynn. With his average of more than 32 points a game, he's giving opponents nightmares with his firepower. That's a two from Kennard. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Ouch. Unbelievable jam from a player who's given us more than his share of great ones in his time.
You're right, Greg. Defense was nothing but an afterthought on that drive to the hoop.
Well, I don't think anybody wanted to be the guy at the end of the wrong side on that poster.
LeBron grabs the miss. And finished off by LeBron.
This rook is something else. How about the hops of LeBron James?
Pass to Ruland. The three from KD. Doesn't go that time.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he's...
Oh, what a play! Woo!
We knew this about him coming in. LeBron can get a little freaky with it when he goes up top.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
With the All-Star game almost here, let's see how the West is shaping up. You look at Milwaukee, earning the first place position with a terrific record. And we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat.
And I think for Milwaukee, they
Senior Van
coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
They do have
You
the
okay?
pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
Here's Baker. He's covered by Halliburton. Bangs home the trifecta.
Three-pointer.
Baker's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Milwaukee. Pass to KD.
Fuck you,
Here's
Katie.
Flynn. And the Warriors miss again. Here's Baker from outside the arc, and another three for Milwaukee. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. The Bucks on top, running away with it. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Welcome to halftime, folks. Before we talk about the game, let's check out who won Player of the Month in both the East and West. And guys, I want to talk for a sec about the talent level in this league. In fact, I'd say it's never been better.
You sure about that, Ernie? I sense Shaq getting restless over there.
Hey, my mistake, big fella. Someone put crazy talk on the teleprompter. I was just, going along with it for giggles.
I'm not giggling, Ernie.
Come on, try it. Come on. Now let's talk about that lopsided first half. Obviously a lot of work to do for the Golden State Warriors. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
After a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And it's the Warriors' ball. So with Curry sitting on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. We've got Baker. Baker out there with James. And it's Baker in at point guard. Baker with the bucket.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Get rid of it.
Pass to Pasecniks. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Here's Baker. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. The shot's good from LeBron.
On a nice little roll here to start this half, connecting on their first three attempts.
Poked loose and stolen by LeBron. Makes it off the glass. LeBron's got 17.
Really their own worst enemy right now with all these turnovers.
I tell you what, guys, this game would look a lot different, would have a different texture if they didn't give the ball away so much. I mean, that's really been the storyline so far.
Baker with the bucket.
And wasting no time in transition, really pushing the pace.
And, when the defense doesn't have time to set up, it really does make scoring a lot easier. Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
They swipe it. Here's Baker. Oh!
My goodness.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
They came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Baker's gone 3 for 3 from the floor. To the inside, here's Divac. Oh, and the jam by Divac.
That's what this team wants to see from Divac, imposing your will.
Baker and the powerful one-handed slam.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Now the Bucks moving it up. LeBron. Here's Baker. Hands the shot with nobody near him. Baker's got 31.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
That's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Whoa! Are you kidding me?
Nasty.
Baker.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said.
He's one of the few players in the NBA who can pull something like that off.
The three from KD. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Flynn misses.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones. Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up.
Better safe than sorry, right?
And the Bucks with possession. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Monster quarter for him. He's put the team on his back, trying to carry them to the W.
Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession.
You're be on tomorrow, right?
Shots has been this group's specialty. On your screen now are this month's field goal percentage leaders. Ilyasova is second. LeBron James third.
Both of these guys have been shooting with tremendous efficiency as the month has gone on. I don't know who's going to outdo who.
Here's Baker, and again Milwaukee with the triple.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
It's deflected, and it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. Durant with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Divac, the pass to Flynn. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And that one is stuffed right through.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Here's Halliburton. He has yet to score. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Kevin Durant.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
Halliburton outside to stop the run. It's deflected. Here's Baker. Drills the three-pointer. Baker's got 11. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Milwaukee.
Phenomenal work on the defensive end so far. That stands out the most. They've made it their mission to block shots and make things hard for the opposition.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
Vaseknic's no good.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Takes a three, and another three for Milwaukee.
Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
Flynn the pass to Vaseknic's. And again, no good by Golden State.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide-open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down. Hey, I'd keep feeding him every trip. It's not complicated. He's been on fire this quarter. Feed him the rock.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. He swipes the ball away again.
And he's just been able to anticipate their every move.
Yeah, you're right. An absolute pest on the defensive end.
And pretty amazing the damage LeBron can do off the dribble at his size.
And they're pushing it up. Here's Baker, and again, it's Milwaukee converting.
Defensively, just too many baskets in transition. It's really, that's been the difference.
And you know they work on that plenty in practice. A run out here and there will happen. That's part of the game. But they've got to do a much better job overall.
And the dunk by James.
LeBron, so special. Can put points on the board in a hurry.
Now here's Flynn. Not a lot of room. Vaseknik's no good.
After hitting 1 3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Halliburton. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Ilyasova's checked in. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Vaseknik's the rebound by Baker. And it's the Bucks ball. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's on Vlade Divac.
Get out of his way.
No way the D was going to slow him down.
Not that time. He was determined to get those points.
One shot.
I'm with you.
They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
I don't care what anybody says. You can't keep the status quo. If it ain't working, you got to make some changes.
And the Warriors with possession here. Now the Bucks moving it up. Here's Baker, the big dunk at the end of the break.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Now here's Flynn. Puts up a deep three. The rebound by Baker. Baker's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
So hard, actually impossible to cut into the lead when you have a guy struggling this badly.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Connects from three-point range.
And there it is again. They get careless with the basketball, and immediately it costs them.
Yeah, that's been the pattern, guys. I mean, their turnovers not only killing their offensive flow, but fueling the fire at the other end. That's a losing combo.
And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one.
Sometimes that's all you need.
Baker's gotten everything to go for him. 5 attempts, 5 makes. For 3, Durant kicks to Flynn. His three-pointers off the mark.
He just keeps firing away from distance. I know he's trying to get himself heated up, but at what cost?
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
Well, guys, I'm glad they didn't try because I don't want anybody to get hurt out there.
Here's Baker. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on body.
Durant, the pass to Vaseknik's. Here's Flynn. And again, it's the Warriors missing. With the drive. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
And he is starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Deflects the pass. And stolen by Ilyasova. Here's Baker. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Jaren Jackson. He's checked in for Divac. Halliburton comes in for Kevin Durant. And Henderson subbed in for Flynn. There's 49 seconds left in the 3rd. Henderson passes to Vaseknik's. With the teardrop, got a hand on it, and they're able to recover.
they've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Jackson finds Halliburton. That's tipped. To end the drought.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
Baker, Butler with the steal.
He got it in. How about that? Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
Lucky Butler.
Impossible shot, man. Even when you don't have the clock to worry about.
And so it's Milwaukee holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. Defensively, here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. We've got Henderson. Durant is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Halliburton. And it's Jackson in at the center filling out the middle. That's the Warriors 5. Ilyasova against Durant. Lets it go with a 3. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Here's Filipowski, guarded by Jackson. Shots good by Filipowski.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
And Ilyasova throws it down.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete.
No question about it. He's very comfortable in the air. Dunks like that, no problem for him.
Jackson kicks to Halliburton. And the Warriors miss again.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Shays. Hands it from downtown. Shays has got 19 points.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three happy down the stretch sometimes. Letting it fly.
Henderson, no good. Here's Milwaukee now. They've gone on a 13-0 run, and he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Well, for over a decade, Clark, we've been in the player empowerment era. And it's generally been, I think, a positive for the NBA.
Yeah, I can't agree with you more in that regard. The players are the drivers of the league. They're the personalities. They're the visibility. They're the doers, the talented performers of a league that entertains globally. So they deserved more money and influence, and I think they've gotten both. Now, there are a few players that have kind of exploited that in a way that I don't think is most healthy by forcing trades, but I think it's a good thing overall. I'd love to see Jokic get a little more assertive with his defense, but a good block this time.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Ilyasova, and Ilyasova throws it down.
Well, so often we see this, transition buckets off turnovers.
And we know turnovers are painful and costly. You get loose with the ball on one end and get punished on the other end.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Halliburton is doubled. Pass to Durant. Now here's Jackson. Tipped away. Here's Filipowski, powered down with both hands.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to...
Oh, my! What a play.
And the rookie playing some bully ball there. Jokic breaks through the contact.
Here's Henderson. And over the last few years, Clark, we have seen an explosion of talent from Canada.
Tell you what, you go back to the mid-2000s, Steve Nash is winning those back-to-back MVPs. That's certainly part of it, but I really think a generation of players picked up the game, seeing guys like Steve Nash, and then the influx of great Canadian collegiate players going on to NBA success has certainly continued to keep that pipeline going. Boy, I tell you what, with each miss, you can just see the frustration building in him.
And he's good on the three ball.
And this is Curry's go-to shot, and it's because he feels like he's automatic from deep.
Shoots it up, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Durant drawing the double team. Henderson passes to Jackson. Got a piece of it. Curry deciding where to go with it. And another three for Milwaukee.
And I'm not sure there's any stopping this kid. Curry is so sound already in his rookie season.
And Curry with the clear path to the hoop. There's the triple. And another three for Milwaukee.
And guys, give them credit. I mean, they've taken advantage of the turnovers in the open floor.
Converting them into points is what they've done, and that's been a big factor in this game, guys.
Can they get it? Puts up a three, buries the long-range jumper. Curry's got 14 points here in the second half.
Ripping and running. They have a big advantage now in those transition opportunities.
No expiration date on their legs. They just seem to be fresher, and they're putting those fresh legs to good use.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And Curry with the stuff.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
And a wide open look for Halliburton. And the Warriors miss again. And Milwaukee has possession. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points.
Yeah, I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so.
Yeah, and especially when he caps it off with the steady one-hand jam.
Butler from outside. The rebound by the Bucks. Curry's got 6 rebounds here tonight. A floater. Baker with the bucket. Baker's got 38 points.
And he's only a rookie, but Curry plays like a leader, always looking to spread the points around.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Ilyasova with the ball. Halliburton picks him up. The three. Ilyasova gets the bucket. Ilyasova's got 12 points now in the quarter.
When this fella starts knocking down threes, watch out, folks. Just pouring it on in this half.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Outside Curry. Jokic sends a two-pointer. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 4 assists now tonight. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Jokic with the steal. From downtown, and another three for Milwaukee.
A very dangerous wrinkle in Jokic's game. A big who is gaining tremendous confidence from range.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. Like some people have claimed, there is too much talent now in this NBA and not enough teams.
Interesting point. I don't know if I fully agree with it. Clearly, talent has always been the driver in the league. I think because the league is generally younger, that the talent is not as refined, so therefore you have a little disjointedness with teams. But the blend of talent into teamwork is still what the best teams do at a high level.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
And I want to see more of that from him. I mean, he's been passing up on his shot more than usual, even though he's hitting the ones that he takes.
James up top, covered by Flynn.
In the game, 2 minutes.
Puts one up from 19, and another basket for Milwaukee.
A shot James feels comfortable taking. He likes making use of that mid-range.
Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Curry's shot is good. Curry's got 36.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
And the rejection by Curry.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Milwaukee.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so checking out the record for these guys tonight will mark win number 37 for them on the year.
And guys, sometimes it's hard during the first meeting of the season to get a feel for a team, but these guys came out and made the necessary adjustments, and they have to feel good about going up 1-0 in the season series here against the Warriors.
And it's just competing, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Here's Flynn. Pass to Pasechniks. The rebound by Baker.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point. And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
One shot.
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for them.
That's something that they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
And again, no good by Golden State. James looking around. And again, it's Milwaukee converting.
They're coming in bunches for LeBron right now.
And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. To come